What is happening, y'all? SpOrder here with more Bloodborne, and this episode we're going to be using that tonsil stone that we picked up in the last episode. So, we're going to be going to the Grand Cathedral, where we killed Vicar Amelia. So we've already gone to Hemwick Charnel Lane, which is on the one side of this place. On the other side of this place is an area that we can use the tonsil stone at. So we're gonna run past these two guys. I really don't like killing them. Having the opportunity for them to inflict frenzy on me is not a good time, in my opinion. Alright, so we have some loot that we can drop down for right here. And then there's these two hunters. There's one right here, and there's another over there by the well. So we're gonna try to not aggro the one by the well. I don't know if this will work. I don't know if I can actually sneak up on him. Looks like I can. That was actually really good. So that was pretty well done. We were able to kill him very easily. So this guy is using a wooden shield. And this is why we will never use the wooden shield. To demonstrate this guy's whole defensive capabilities. Even when he's blocking, he's still getting hit, so. That was perfect. So we're gonna pick up the two items that he has. So he gives us some bolt paper. And he gives us some quicksilver bullets. And, yeah, that's all there is in these NPC buildings. Yeah, they're a little crazy. Alright, so if I remember correctly, there's some loot. Right, so there's a skitters back here. Look at that, we one-shot the skitters. That was amazing. And then, so there's a whole bunch of skitters in this next upcoming place. So we're going to try to grab them all. And if we are unable to, we can save and quit, and they will come back. They will respawn after killing the enemies, so that's pretty helpful. Alright, so we could take this path down, and we will shortly. But there's actually that is not what I wanted to do. There's actually a snatcher right here. Yeah, we can't sneak up on this guy. So we're gonna take this guy out. Well, that was perfect. So now we're two-shotting these guys. That's really good. Our damage is getting significantly better. So there's a skitters down there, and he's disappearing right now. So we will go back and grab him. In the meantime, there's actually some gunners up here that we really don't... So there's two executioners down there and a bunch of skitters. So we can... We're really trying to take out these gunners beforehand. And the reason for that is we don't want them shooting us while we kill the executioner. So we're gonna wait for this one executioner to pass. Oh no. Ay, that spinning attack always gets me. There we go. And then we're gonna kill this one. Now there's these two skitters that are right behind him. They probably already run away. Yeah, so there's the one. And it looks like the one behind him is actually still there, so we can grab that one. Alright, so let's go kill this one really quick. And then what we can do here is we can actually save and quit, and they will return to the game. So I hope it's not too noticeable. I have a bit of a sore throat right now, so. But as you can see, that one just respawned immediately. And then we had the one up here. Is it over here? No, it was up here. There it is. We really don't want this one to get away again. Perfect. So yeah, like I said, bunch of skitters in this area. So we got some pretty good upgrade materials from them just now. Some twin bloodstone shards, some regular ones. Alright, and now we can come into here, grab this loot. Some lead elixirs. Now, lead elixirs are, basically they make it easier for you to parry, but they will also slow down your movement speed. So it widens the parry window, but it also makes it to where the your movement speed is reduced, and so it's a lot, and it doesn't increase your defense or anything. So you can make it makes it really easy for you to parry things, but it also makes it really easy for you to get hit. So there's nothing really in this area. This is actually where we come back to. But this giant door here, there's actually a hidden enemy up here. So we are going to get grabbed by this enemy. Now, if we didn't have the tonsil stone, you can kind of see the hidden enemy. If we did not have the tonsil stone, we would die right there.
Oh, amygdala. Oh, amygdala. Have mercy on the poor bastard.
That was Patches the Spider talking. So Patches is he's a pretty well-known Dark Souls presence. So he makes a return in he makes a return in Bloodborne. So we are now in the lecture building, and Patches is behind this door here. This is the guy who gave us the console stone.
What a joy it is to behold the divine. It must be such a pleasure. You're in my debt, you know. You're nigh on a beast of the field. But here you are, treading a measure with the gods. Are your feet as fat as your wits? Oh, cease this dithering. Take the plunge. Throw yourself to the wolves.
So yeah, he's kind of a dick. Now we're going to keep our fire weapon out the entire time here, and we're actually going to switch to the flame sprayer. This is one of the best spots for like early game farming. It was initially the pigs and the hypogene jail, but this is actually far better. So what we can do is we're gonna open up all of these doors around here. So first thing, we're gonna open up this one. Now this is when you leave this place, there's, oh wait, no, I'm sorry, I'm getting my areas. Here we go. Yeah, so up here, there's this guy that's gonna try to fall on you. So you wanna run. And these guys are very weak to fire. So as you can see, we're one-shotting these guys. But they're very strong against physical because they're like a goo type enemy. So pretty much all we have to do is bring a fire weapon or the flame sprayer, and we will absolutely melt these guys. So and I don't think we can open this. Oh, we can. Okay, perfect. Alright, so we're gonna pick all of this up. So now if you look at that, that's 772 echoes per enemy. So we just got the lecture theater key, something we needed. And right, so it is, yeah, over here is the lecture theater. So now in here there's a whole bunch of these enemies. So what we can do is we can actually go run toward here. And we're gonna ignore the chest in here. We're gonna let these guys pile up, and we're just gonna flame sprayer these guys. And now, if you look at this, our echoes are going through the roof right now. And the majority of the time you'll actually get back more Quicksilver bullets than what you use. So it's actually really, it's good for farming bullets, it's good for farming echoes. Without the Moon Rune, you're getting about 12,000 echoes a pop every single run. So that's really good. So what we just picked up was the Augur of Abretus. Now this is actually our parry tool. So we're going to be using this basically for the rest of the game. So what this is so when we're in Ludwig's Holy Blade and we're in this mode, as you can see, we don't have access to our gun. So this is our heavy attack. Normally that would be our parry if we were using the one-handed version. But since we don't have access to our gun, this will give us a parry in the two-handed mode of this. So we can shoot this out. It costs one bullet. That's all it is, one bullet. And it basically acts like a parry. So it's actually much faster than charged R2. And if you stand behind an enemy and cast this, it will open them up to an immediate visceral. So it's really, really good. And with that, we are actually done with this place for now. I'm probably going to come back here and do some farming at this point, at a later point. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to open the door to outside. This is going to take us to a whole new area. So we are now at the Nightmare Frontier, which is probably my least favorite area in the game. We're going to take off that. from talking to a lot of people, this is actually a lot of people's least favorite area. So there's a Skitters right here. And this is another theme of this area. There's a ton of Skitters all over the place, and we encounter our first Mega Skitters, so... So now there's this enemy that's like sitting down over here with a torch, and he looks kind of like a beast, but he's a weird one. If you kill him without using fire, he will pop out these like worm things, and this is like really obnoxious and bad. So we definitely want to kill him using fire. And as you can see, he's very weak to fire, so it makes things significantly easier to just use fire. There's nothing up there. We can't go up there. And this is another place where there's like loot that's like all around. Yeah, see. And it's just windy here. I don't really like this place at all. So. More lead elixirs. Down here is actually a shortcut. We're going to unlock that quite a bit later. So there is another... There's another enemy down here, but before we do that, there's actually a big Skitters. Right here. So these guys, again, they're weak to fire, but they will drop really good upgrade materials. So all of these guys will usually either give large amounts of twin shards or chunks, which chunks are needed for the next upgrade. So, and these guys also have an attack. So normally the Skitters just run away from you. These guys will actually attack. And they can actually do a significant amount of damage if you're not careful. So these guys are, these beast things are actually good for farming bolt gems. So if we had another weapon that used bolt, this would actually be very good. And I might do that. I might actually change my saw spear from fire to bolt at a later time. So here there's like, basically there's these lantern things, and this is a really good spot to play offline. This is basically a PvP hotspot. So there's these lantern things, and what this is when these are lit, it's signifying that there's an enemy in the area that is like trying to summon up other players to invade you. So we don't want that. But there's when we're in offline mode, there's these two hunters. Yeah, there we go. That will come and attack you. So right here at this bridge area, this is kind of like the safety net. They don't really like to go past here very much. And I say that right as he went past. So now he's using the Hunter X. So now there's his buddy. We really don't want to fight both of these at once. Ow. Throwing poison knives. So that's actually a really good combo that we can do. Is we can do three normal swings, 3 R1s of the Ludwig's Holy Blade, and then directly into an Augur of Arboretus. And as you can see, it actually does quite a bit of damage, that Augur. So we can pick up the lead elixirs from him. More lead elixir from him. And now we don't have to deal with those enemies anymore, so that's really good. Most of the hunter type enemies will not respawn after you kill them once. So here's another Skitters. Sorry, I was muting my phone there. Oh no, I did not mean to do that. Alright, that's a running jump then. So we're gonna do that again. There we go. So here we have another lake rune. This is Fading Link. Fading Link is, it gives us fire defense, so fire damage reduction, so. Not too many enemies in the game use fire, but every now and then you'll come across something else like throwing Molotovs or has a torch. And then here's another one of these enemies. It tries to ambush you when you get the loot. So, once again, kill the enemies before you grab the loot. Let's see here. Okay, so here's another Skitters. Now this area you actually have to be pretty careful with, because as you can see, there's these giants that are like throwing boulders at you. Now if these boulders hit you, we're gonna top off fully. If these boulders hit you, this is basically a one-shot. So we really do not want to get hit by a boulder. And then on top of that, there is a... Oh, no. No. So as you can see, the rocks kind of break apart. And you will also get hit by that, the rock shrapnel, if you will. So there's another enemy up here. We're going to take him out. So there's a bunch of enemies, a bunch of these enemies in this area. So kind of got to be careful here. Yeah, so that was that rock shrapnel that was hitting us. As you can see, it did quite a bit of damage. I hate this area so much. Yeah, so the problem with these enemies is you basically have to kill them. And going through this area with all these rock tossing bastards are really fucking annoying. So, we can grab lots of waning gemstones from these guys, so that's good. Oh, what the? You're still alive? Man. Did not realize that one's still alive. Alright, so let's go back to that area. Now we've grabbed all the loot. Just jump down here. Perfect. Alright, now let's try to rush through this area now without any skitters that come back will or that disappear. We're gonna respawn. We're gonna reload the game for. We just really need to kill these guys as quickly as possible, and we're gonna top off. So he has my echo, so that's actually really good. So we can kill him. Ow, that shrapnel really hurts. A direct rock hit, he'll basically kill you instantly, so. So there's two more. Well, there's an enemy right here. We can kind of use this this tombstone here as a safety place for right now. Gonna run. I almost just ran off the edge. Run over here. So there was that one, and then I believe there was one more. Maybe I'm mistaken. I hope I'm mistaken. Okay, so good. We can grab this. And so down here, this is another poison swamp area, and it will slow you. So as you can see, there's a bunch of there's a bunch of skitters down there, which makes things pretty difficult to pass by. We really need to kill all those. We really need to go down there and kill all those enemies. But before we do that, we are going to unlock a shortcut. So there's a skitters right here. Alright, good. So we have unlocked this shortcut, so that was good. So now this is basically the starting area. So now we can come back here. And then there's a big skitters up here. More twin bloodstone shards. So now that all of that area is done, we shouldn't have to go back there. Actually, I take that back. We will have to go back there again, because unfortunately, the rock throwers will throw rocks down at you in that poison swamp, and it is basically impossible to avoid that. So we're going to hold off on this. We're going to come back to this later. So in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to grab this loot. And then there's another skitters. And then there's a giant, a rock throwing giant down there. So we're going to drop right here, roll onto there. And then there's a rune. I'm sorry, there's a madman's knowledge. There's a rune pretty close to here. So now these things, these are crawlers, and they're kind of weak. They're pretty weak to thrust, but they will like spit poison at you, and yeah, it's just not good, not fun. So this is actually a pretty good place to wrap up right here. We will have to deal with this enemy, this giant here later. But in the meantime, we're gonna come down here and we're gonna take out these guys, grab the loot that they have, and hopefully finish up the majority of this area pretty quickly. So we're gonna wrap things up here. Hope you really enjoyed it. Hope you come back. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.